Hi, my name is Amelia Dennis and I am a student currently at Leeds Beckett University. I am studying Business and Human Resource Management. The task title of this vlog is My Interpretations of Marketing Myths. Different people say different things, but I believe marketing to be the way we find things out about the target audience and how we interpret them into our business plan in order to be successful. Marketing is so important for an organisation, and without it, there wouldn't be a business. It is everyone's responsibility to make sure marketing is accounted for. Marketing is for the customer's benefit, and staff's jobs are to benefit the customer, so surely isn't it everyone's responsibility from all angles of the hierarchy? There are 4 different types of orientations: product orientation, production orientation, sales orientation, and marketing orientation. The one I am going to focus on is marketing, but I will briefly explain what the other 3 types are. So, sales orientation is a commitment to selling as much as a business can. They are heavily reliant on promoting the products in the hope to lead to higher sales. A business that uses this could be a business that uses commission sales to be the main way to meet sales volume targets. Production orientation is all about selling things at the cheapest price in the market. They have the lowest operating costs and are often bought in bulk to reduce unit cost. Product orientation is all about making the product better, consistently improving and building on the existing products. A business exemplar of product orientation is Apple. They used to follow a product orientation and did have the first mover advantage in the smartphone market, but have recently slipped the mark and are now being quickly overtaken by competing businesses. I think this orientation is the most important: marketing. It is the concept of putting marketing first, making sure every business decision made involves the consideration of the marketing department. If you don't put marketing at the centre, you will fail, I believe. There are a lot of real life businesses, which I will talk about later, that follow this and can back up my opinion. Marketing is all about the future, the trends, the predictions, what will happen next, how you can make it better for your customer. If you do manage to be a marketing orientated business, you will have more chance of being successful. Everyone in your business should be thinking of marketing with their decision, constantly bringing new ideas to the tables and ways to improve the marketing functions, not just the marketing department. It's everyone's responsibility. It's just another way to influence marketing success in an ever-growing, very competitive business marketplace. A good way of finding out who to focus your marketing on is to look who is most important. Mendelow's grid, which was developed in 1991, allows you to compare the level of interest and the level of power each particular stakeholder has in order for you to make your decision. Something else I have learned in this module is all about marketing myths. Marketing myths are something that are often considered and evaluated, but they're not always true, hence being called myths rather than facts. They can be challenged by real life businesses like Tesco, Primark, BHS. A lot of businesses in the UK today are affected by this. A good example of a marketing myth is a big name brand can sustain a higher price. In the grocery market, there are the big 4: Tesco, Asda's, Sainsbury's and Morrison's, but now they are being quickly overtaken by cheap retailers Aldi and Lidl entering the market. Tesco knew, however, that when Aldi and Lidl entered, that they couldn't be complacent and let the market do their thing, as they recognise customers want cheap and they want competitive prices, especially with external factors like the credit crunch. They knew that they had to change things around the business to offer a lot more offers and are still to this day trying to keep their market share up, but it is rapidly decreasing. This has proven that just because you're a big name brand doesn't mean you can keep your market dominance and have higher prices. If a new business enters the market with the correct ideas, the correct strategy, they can very easily overtake the mark. Another marketing myth is members of distribution channels do not influence marketing. I am torn of my opinion of whether this myth is correct or not, because some businesses prove it to be true, but others don't. For example, Primark and the sweatshop allegations. Because Primark is a low-cost shop, customers know what they're paying for in association with quality and are still, most of the time, going to buy the product regardless of where it was made. Although many people will be concerned with the way children are used to save labour and the ethics of it, it's not really likely to stop them spending at Primark due to the cheapness of the products. This story did make the news, and it did have an effect on marketing to an extent, but was soon very easily forgotten about in comparison to other businesses. For example, Tesco again. They were found to take too long to place suppliers, and customers were very quick to express their opinion on social media on how outraged they were on how a big company like this could do this. they was going to boycott Tesco until things change. This has massively affected the marketing of Tesco, who were recently forced to now show customers on world news the changes they have made to the way they have treated suppliers in a desperate bid to improve the PR of Tesco. A marketing myth that I consider to be true is advertising always affects sales. The Wicked 2012 campaign and the John Lewis advert proves just this. For Wicked, the advertising campaign affected the sales massively, but for the wrong reasons. People were very offended by the advert because it was initiating that buyers should buy Wicked instead of donating money to animal charities. This led people to believe it was unethical, and the company were forced by the Advertising Standard Agency to remove the advert immediately, and Wicked decided that they were going to donate money to the RSPCA as an apology. If they didn't do this, the company would have been in complete jeopardy. John Lewis's Christmas advert, however, seems to prove successful year after year. The anticipation of the build-up to the Christmas advert every year builds up excitement and increases brand awareness of the company, especially through customers' eagerness to find out what's going to happen in this year's advert. To prove and back up my point, from an online article on thisismoney.co.uk, I found out that the 2015 Man on the Moon advert boosts Christmas sales by 5.1%, reaching an impressive £1 billion in sales volume. To me, this proves exactly how advertising and marketing affects businesses. If you do it right, then great. If not, your business is in deep trouble. So I believe this myth is completely and utterly true. I do think that when talking about marketing, we can't rule out the importance of pest. Political, economic, social and technological. This external environment is vital to consider. With political, we can discuss legislations and how they affect marketing. Trade description and health and safety are just a few more examples. If products don't meet the standards that are expected, it can both be a waste of time and money implementing this marketing strategy. With economical factors, there is employment levels to consider. If there is high unemployment, then businesses may not market new product ranges extensively because unemployed people are likely to have less disposable income, so cut back on their spending on luxury goods. If businesses were still marketing extensively in a time where customers cut back spending, businesses would seriously be wasting money on marketing products and services. This is where market research comes in, and this is vital. Social and cultural factors are also important to consider in the macro environment, with things like attitudes and habits. Customers are now much more aware of what is going on around them than there was many years ago, and they now want to know everything about products and services and not be hidden from any part of the truth. Technological changes are also a considerable point to consider with marketing decisions. For example, communication. Messages need to be passed on thoroughly and received correctly from people to people, otherwise things can go wrong and the wrong messages be passed along. Whilst conducting my own independent research, I found on pestalanalysis.com that they quoted, "If you want to take the right decisions for your firm, you must employ environmental analysis." The lecture and seminar material I learnt in week 1 and 2 have proved to be so important. In lecture 1, I learnt all about what marketing really is and what different philosophies behind it say too. I also found out about the true meaning of orientations and in-depth knowledge as to what marketing orientation is and the benefits to this. I learnt about marketing orientations, and in my own time I looked into business examples that either agreed or disagreed with the marketing myths. This gave me the confidence to continue to look into marketing concepts, as I didn't quite realise how big marketing was until I started this module. In lecture 2, I found out all about the internal and external environment and the importance of it. The lecturer also stressed the importance of how the environment was always changing, and businesses must be aware of this. I also built on my knowledge on stakeholders and how they are not always equal in power, and most of the time they have a different degree of importance. Overall, I have found the introduction very interesting and easy to engage in. I am thoroughly looking forward to furthering my knowledge throughout the rest of this module. Thank you for watching my vlog.